COVID or not, it's like, yo, if I could do my job from the house, I'm working from home. So, yeah. Can you hear?
No, yeah, I just realized I had these headphones on the whole time. And
you're not doing nothing. Season 2 of the Grown Man Subjects Podcast. That's right, Season 2 of the GMS Podcast. Thanks for tapping in wherever you are. We appreciate all the love and support thus far. Continue to support our content. Please like, subscribe, and comment on all of our shows, and we truly appreciate it.
So my upbeatness keeps me alive. Again, I don't mind if the devil's playing.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? We are back here with another episode of G.M.S. Grown Man Subjects. I'm one of your co-hosts, Shaheed, aka Triple M.
What's going on, man? It's your boy King Jaffe. We back with another episode 2022. Let's roll.
What's good, people? It's your boy GQ Smooth, man. We back at it. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Real early with y'all, man. What are some NBA players that had mad game, but we don't actually talk about them nowadays? Mel,
yeah, man.
Who is one of your first people that you like, yo, why don't we talk about this person?
Man, okay. So, of course, there's so many of them. But one of my first people, I had Michael Redd on my list. A lot of people forgot about Michael Redd being a prolific scorer. The injuries messed him up. I know he tore his ACL and I think his MCL too. Then he was pretty much done after that. But Michael Redd was a problem. I mean, 25, 26, 22, a night for, 3, 4, 5 years in Milwaukee. He was doing his thing. So that's definitely one player that I had on my list that, I'm like, why don't we talk about Michael Redd? Yeah. I don't really hear any player comparisons either.
Yeah, you don't.
Michael was a lefty too. He was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Man, I think, he came on the scene before Brandon Roy, right? Before?
Yeah. Pretty sure he was before Brandon Roy. Yep.
Okay, so before Brandon Roy, and this was at a time when I didn't know too much about Ginobili. I was honestly looking at Michael Redd like, man, that might be one of the baddest lefties I done seen. Honestly, I was looking at him like he's a bad lefty. Lefty games, man, they just so much shiftier. The moves look a little unorthodox, Yeah. But yeah, man, Michael Redd was a bad dude, man. And then he was on Milwaukee Bucks too. And he came at the end of that, Ray Allen, Big Dog, Tim Thomas. I think they even had like Gary Payton there for maybe like a year or two too. Yeah, man. He came after that era, man. And Michael Redd was a problem, bro. Made a couple all-star teams too, man. Yeah. So I definitely agree with you on that one, bro. For real.
Yeah. I actually have Michael Redd on my list too, man. I got like 10 players on my list.
Got 10? That's why I didn't ask you first, bro, because I feel like honestly you're about to say so many players that it's probably on our list.
Yeah, so I mean I can just go down my list that I had, like players that came to mind that I feel like we don't talk about today, but had a crazy game. So we had Corey Maggette from the Clippers.
Okay.
Elton Brand also from the Clippers. He had a pretty great career with the Clippers.
Hold on, quick. When you think about Elton Brand, bro, what's the first team you think about? Is it the Clippers?
For me, it's the Clippers, yeah.
I think about him on Philly first.
It's both for me. It's both for me. I
remember that he was that one dude that I don't know why we don't talk about him with KG, Dirk Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber, Tim Duncan.
Yep.
Like, I don't know why we don't put him in those conversations, bro. That's a really good one.
Definitely should be. Yeah. I also got Rip Hamilton. Got Rip.
Yeah, that's a good
one. Got Sheree from the Grizzlies.
Oh yeah, Sheree.
Yeah, that was another one. Yeah. Gerald Wallace. He was a problem. Al Jefferson.
I don't remember that much.
Al Jefferson. Yep. Monte Ellis from the Golden State Warriors. Yo, he was an absolute problem. And I got Rashard Lewis on the Supersonics.
Okay.
And Steve Francis. And I could have kept going. But I just left it at 10. But those are the players that came to mind.
Man, Mel, out of that list right there, who do you feel like if you had to pick one player where you was like, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put them in the Hall of Fame? Who would it be? If you had to pick one player out of that list, put them in the Hall of Fame. I know it's tough.
Damn. I don't know, because especially now I can't think of all the 10 players, but off the top of my head, I don't know. I truly don't know if anybody could really. I don't know.
Everybody who you mentioned, bro, I feel like we can mention like a somewhat doppelganger for them. Like, for instance, when you mentioned Al Jefferson, you know who first popped in my head? Zach Randolph.
Yeah, exactly.
When you said Steve Francis, you know who popped in my head? I'm thinking about Baron Davis. Monte Ellis, man. I know he got like some scrutiny from like the Golden State fans when he said that about like Steph Curry like an interview, and then he had cleaned it up and was like, I didn't mean for it to be said like this. But I think honestly, if we were looking at the league at that time, we didn't necessarily see two small guards be actually able to win with two small guards. So I think what he was saying was actually correct. Most guards was like, listen, 6'6" and up. The shortest person is point guard, but that two guard is going to be 6'5", 6'6". It was going to weigh X amount, maybe like 215, 230. So I mean, he wasn't lying. It's just that, I mean, Golden State was ahead of their time, and it was able to make it work with two shooting backcourts that, Monte Ellis felt, and a lot of people in the league didn't feel like you can win with that. So I wish him and Steph, man, was able to all together, man. Yeah. Monte Ellis was a bad dude. He was a bad dude, bro.
And it was funny too. I didn't have like any of those players, but a lot of those players you named, they all had like pretty solid careers, and they all were pretty talented. Like, like Michael Ray got hurt. He had like a little quick window of being really nice. Like a lot of those players, they had some respectable long careers for sure.
Yeah. And I think all of them made the All-Star team at one point in time, right? Didn't all of them make the All-Star team?
Most of them, yeah. I know Rip Hamilton. If anybody would be a Hall of Famer, it probably would be Rip. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, he has a chip too, so.
Yeah, he do got a chip. Yeah, he do got a chip. Yeah, he do got a chip. So who I had one of, he was nasty too. Kevin Martin, when he was on the Kings.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He even got work when he went to Houston too, but
he was always a bucket.
Kevin Martin was a super duper bucket, man. Like he may not have been like a superstar. I don't even know if he was he an all-star?
I can't remember if he was or not. I don't think so.
He
was a really good player.
A bucket, bro. Like
he was a
23,
bucket.
25, 30. Like, damn, come to think of it. I mean, that just goes to show you how competitive the West really is. But like he was a bucket, man. I had Kevin Martin. I also had before he got injured, Danny Granger, before
that was another one that came to mind too.
Before it was Paul George, man. Danny Granger was an up and coming person that I felt like,
Danny Granger reminded me of like how Chris Middleton played today sometimes, like a little bit with that size and not super fast and not super quick, but just could shoot right over the top, kind of like it goes in.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah. That's a real good one right there. Another person I think about, and it might have been just like one of those things where the system kind of fit him, was Antonio McNice. Antonio McDyess was nice.
Yeah.
Yo, Antonio McDyess he was solid. Yo, he was a good
Yeah,
five.
he was.
Yo,
Like
for
he
real.
was like, I remember when he had
That's
came to
funny.
the Knicks, bro. Like when he had came to the Knicks, I was like, oh, we looking good. Cause Tony McDyess was the center. And Tony McDyess was all for it. And he wasn't about to be pushed around by nobody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. He had some nice years in Denver. Yeah, man. And last person I had, bro, and man, he might have been a product of this. I think what happened with him is he made like some bonehead decisions. But I don't know if y'all remember his stint, Josh Howard on Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah, came to mind too.
Josh Howard, his game was so like, you might have not been a fan of like how he go about his game, but he was so like everywhere. Like he give you points, rebounds, assists, and I think that like him being in Dallas was just like, yo.
My other two, I had Antoine Walker. Of course, I'm biased because that's one of my guys. We talk about him a lot. And then I had Ben Gordon up there. Gordon up there.
That's a real.
I know Ben Gordon had a nice stint with the Bulls. You know, going deep in the playoffs with the boys and carrying them quite a few times. And then after that, it kind of went downhill. Loaded.
They was pushing my.
they was punching Miami upside down.
They was pushing Miami to the brinks, bro. Honestly, oh my goodness. A healthy Chicago, like everybody healthy Chicago Bulls, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody who you just seen, they was like 9.
If DRose was on the court, it would have been different.
It was at a time when DRose was looking like he was the best player in the league. And I just think about that the one play that I felt like solidified his MVP was when they was doing a fast break and he had this some old crazy okey with Wade and LeBron just the ball just went in the basket and you were just like, bro, I don't even know how you got this off right here, son.
Right.
Like, yeah, yo, that Chicago team was a menace, man. And I think Joakim Noah was 4th or 5th in MVP. I think he was dropping like Rudy Gobert numbers, 14 and like 12 and like 2.5.
He was a problem in his prime too. He was a super problem.
Man, damn, bro. That was a good one right there. That was a good one right there. That was the next topic. A Georgia pastor that is 55 years old and his wife, who is 56, are arrested after having 8 disabled people found in prison in their basement. The 8 disabled residents were found in the basement behind a deadbolt door when the medics had climbed through a window to reach one person. The person had actually suffered a seizure. These individuals was between the ages of 25 and 65. Man, I don't know what's going on in the world. Like the details are still coming out. But how you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I was pretty shocked with it. Really, like you don't really hear about a pastor being involved in kidnapping or holding people hostage. So it's like, like let me make sure like this is like really like what they say it is. And I mean, from the evidence, you really can't deny that, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a deadbolt on the door like that. You wondering like, did they really like not have the ability to leave on their own will? And they're claiming that they didn't. That they had their free will to leave and go as they please. But I mean, we haven't heard all the details yet, so I really don't know to make it a full story. But yeah, it's interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I don't even know if I could say anything else. That was just crazy. And I guess the way that they were found, even that is like, you don't want to say, thankfully somebody had a seizure, but damn, it's like, would they have gotten out if, there wasn't a medical crisis? You know what I'm saying? So, but like G said, I'm sure there's more details that's going to come out. But I didn't know that was the age ranges of the people that were held hostage. That's crazy.
Yeah, 25 was the youngest.
Yeah, 25. They said 25 was the youngest, and the oldest was 65. I mean,
wow.
In a basement. I mean, I'm thinking about like like from, you know, like the 65-year-old, like in that range, like just being in a basement, like most people basements is dirty, you know, some might have mold, the air. So I'm just thinking like respiratory wise, like damn, how long was these? And those details aren't necessarily out yet. Like how long they was.
How long with? Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, and they was behind a deadbolt door. So, like you purposely did this. Not that I'm saying that you like, oh, I forgot I had people under here, but I'm just saying like you went to the extra step to make sure, like, yo, ain't nobody.
Not yet. Yeah.
The next topic. How much longer are we going to be working from home? So I know Facebook, you know, they was delaying coming into the office until I think they did it until this month, January. But over forecast was predicting things would only get worse this winter before they get better. And of course, with the rise of Omicron, and it having a higher transmittability, according to recent analysts, out of the 125 million working full-time jobs in the US, 50% says that their work can be done from home. And 30% of that said that they would like to return from the office. So 70% is like, nah, I don't even want to return from the office for the office. How do you guys feel about that?
Man, well, I just got the opportunity to work from home these past 2 weeks for like the first time in my life. So getting to experience that was kind of cool. You know, I was trying to soak it in or soak it up, whatever, and kind of, you know, figure out whether or not I like it or not. And I gotta say, I enjoyed it. So I can see why a lot of people don't want to return back to the job. I would consider myself a social person, so I do like to interact with people. You know what I mean? I do like to get out and, you know, have somewhere to be. But at the same time, it's like you can't beat the comfortability of working from your own home. And, you know, saving money on gas. If you got kids, it's just that much easier. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The whole work from home thing just it really opened up a whole new world for people. So I don't blame them. I mean, COVID or not, it's like, yo, if I could do my job from the house, I'm working from home. So yeah, can you hear?
No, I just realized I had these headphones on the whole time, and you're not doing nothing. So I was like, bro, these headphones.
For sure.
That was crazy. Yeah, man. G, how you feel about it, man? How you feel about it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. I feel like we could be moving in a direction in the near future, or like, you know, just future in general, where we have more jobs that can be done from home, and it's like it's a normal thing now. Instead of like, forget COVID, you know, it's just, do you want to work from home or do you want to go into the office? You have the option to work either or, and I feel like that's something that we could be pushing towards in the near future. You know, like just based on the pandemic, like we've changed the way we work now, you know what I mean? And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Change is good, you know. It is the way you go about change. And, you know, if you can work from home and you feel comfortable doing it and you can work at a high, you know, level, then I feel like people should have the choice to do that if they want to do that. But they should also have the option to go, you know, into the office as well. So yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Man, so all right, so Mel, so working from home, right? We know when we view home, man, home is our safe haven. Home is our place of relaxation. Home is where the heart is. How much more challenging is it for you to add, this is my workplace now, to that dynamic?
I mean, I think it all depends on kind of like your setup, you know, and the way your houses or apartment is laid out. Like for me, my apartment is too small to be, you know, completely comfortable to work from home, because I just need a desk. You know, I would need somewhat of an office basically, which I don't have currently. So, and that in that sense, yeah, it would be. It's not as comfortable. You know what I mean? It's just not as comfortable because you just don't have the space that you need to do what you got to do. But if you do have an office or extra room, and you have a printer, you got Wi-Fi, you got all the things you need to do, to get the job done. I mean, essentially, it's the same exact thing. You know what I mean? It's really it's pretty much the same exact thing. Again, except you're just saving on gas. You're not leaving your house.
Yeah. That's true. I think we definitely realize like how much gas we actually like utilize, and
gas is high right now too. So,
man,
you know what's crazy, bro? And like, so I was training a client. She out in California. She was telling me about the gas prices over there, and I was like, yo, I don't even look at the gas prices because I'm like, I need gas. Like, it's never gonna be a point where I'm like, yo, I can't get the gas. I'm gonna need the gas. I remember I can't remember what year it was, but y'all remember that year where it was like you couldn't go to this gas station because they didn't have no gas, and you almost had to go like to a whole nother county to get gas. And then if you was lucky to get gas, the lines was ridiculous. I don't remember what year that was. But I remember that. I think that was like one of the only times where I was looking at gas like, all right, 4. Oh man, all right, 385. All right, cool. Oh yeah, man. So I remember that. That was crazy, man. People people was in line for hours just to get some gas. I'm like, damn, if I'm in line for an hour trying to get gas, by the time I need gas, I'm gonna need to fill this back up. Shit.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I know what you mean. Like, I never paid attention to that type of stuff. Like, my dad he'd be on it. Like, yo, you got to go to this certain type of gas station. I'm like, listen, I just need gas. But you notice it when you aren't using a lot of gas. Like, I'm like, yo, I've been on. I done had a full tank for like a month and a half. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm saving some money.
So I remember, and this before I read the manual. I remember when I first got my vehicle. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I was putting like 93 in it. Then I read the handbook and the manual, and it was like, oh, you can go ahead and put 87. I'm like, man, hey, this 87 up in there. Hey, listen, man, 93 ain't nothing but a number, baby. Ain't nothing but a number. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Yeah, that's definitely crazy. I think the only time is like if you got like a Sam's Club or you got like a BJ's card. Because I know we got a BJ's right here. And it's like, all right, it is convenient because we do a nice amount of shopping over there and you get like points back. So, but again, man, it's one of those situations. So
do you feel like more people will go towards electric cars if gas prices keep rising? Or like want to look into more like electric based cars?
Maybe. That's a good question, bro.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so the thing about the electric is, all right, if I charge this car up, how much time do I have? Like, am I guaranteed 8 hours on the road? And if I'm guaranteed 8 hours, like people that have Tesla, and I don't know too much about it, but like, okay, how long does it take to charge, right? And how, which gas stations have the outlet? Because if you get more gas stations that got the outlet, I think more people would look towards getting those kind of vehicles. But if it's only like 2 gas stations I can go to for the outlet, I may be a little more apprehensive to it. You know? So yeah, I don't know, bro. That's a good question. That's a real good question. Next topic. T-Mac. Is creating a one-on-one league. He has not yet revealed more details about the project, but he was classified on social media saying, I'm creating something, a one-on-one league that I'm enticed by nationwide. It's not a tournament, but it's a league, 18 and up, and it's called OBA, which stands for One's Basketball Association Coming to You. How do you guys feel about this announcement from T-Mac, Tracy McGrady? How y'all feel about that?
I like it. I love to see it come into fruition. And when you think about all the one-on-one players that's out there, you know, it's a lot of them. I really can't think off the top of my head right now, but I know probably ISO Joe want to do it. I know Jamal Crawford said he's into doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot more others that, you know, will love the opportunity to show their talent on the one-on-one level. So it's a lot, it's a lot of great one-on-one players out there too. That's like on IG and everything, who I feel like would love to be a part of that association as well. So, and then you gotta think T-Mac is one of the greatest one-on-one players to do it too. So it's like just him, you know, creating it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, just the fact that he's bringing it to fruition, like that's pretty fire. You know, everybody grew up playing one, so you know we'll all be able to relate to some degree, and we all like to you know kind of pick them fantasy matchups in our head. So we might get lucky enough to see some of them, you know. But yeah, I'm interested just to see kind of what the rules are going to be and all of that, because as we all know, playing one-on-one is extremely hard. So I don't know if we want to see a bunch of 40-year-old dudes playing ones, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just the idea of it sounds extremely dope. And I can't wait to see what it's like.
Man, I remember, like, I mean, one of the best games growing up is 21, you know, and you dolo solo, you know, so you know, it's all on you, man. I think about like you know, how much fun we had playing 21, you know, and no matter where you go in this world, man, everybody got different rules when it comes to 21.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Some people like to play with taps, you know, some people like to take the ball out after 3, some people let you shoot, you know, so yeah, bro. I mean, I think it's fitting, especially somebody like a Tracy McGrady. Like, I mean, we talking about one of the best. We talking about one of the most complete game when it came to the NBA. That he's another person that we probably could have put on.
Yeah. I was thinking him too.
Just dudes, you know. And sometimes it came across like he didn't care. But maybe he just was so nonchalant about everything that he cared. He just maintained the same emotion. You know what I'm saying? So we are integrating a new portion, which is gonna be start, bench, and cut. All right. And we're gonna play this game literally every episode, but we're gonna switch it up. So, you know, we're not just gonna do sports, man. Who knows, man? We might dive into hip hop, we might dive into R&B, we might dive into the acting field. You just never know. All right, you just never know. So we're gonna play start, bench, or cut. All right, and it's always gonna be start, bench, or cut. And it's always gonna be it's always gonna have 3 people. All right, this is what we got: start, bench, cut. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Man, that's a tough one already.
Yeah, I got.
How you start off with this? Who go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
All right.
So let's see. Man, I'm gonna start KD. I'm gonna start KD. Man, damn. This is tough.
It is.
I'm a bench. Giannis. I'm gonna cut Kawhi.
Okay.
It's tough.
Yeah, I got the same. Start KD, bench Giannis. I'm sorry, but I gotta cut Kawhi.
I'm not Kawhi on standby though.
So okay, I'm doing my best not to be like a prisoner of the moment, and I'm not trying to downplay what Giannis did and what he's doing now, but I just don't want to underplay what Kawhi did just because he's injured right now. Man, because even when KD was on Golden State, I'm not gonna say it was a foregone conclusion, but some people was thinking that Kawhi was the best player in the league. You know, I'm gonna go in, and Kawhi actually, like, he has a shot too, man. It just, I think sometimes we just think because somebody is great at something, we lose focus that they're still good in these other areas too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm rambling. I guess because it's tough to choose. So I'm gonna go ahead and start KD on the Warriors. KD from the Warriors. Oh man, and I'm gonna go with Kawhi on the bench, man, because honestly, Kawhi has everything that the Greek freak could do, even the power, but he could do a little more. To me, Kawhi can do a little more in his peak. He could do a little more in his peak.
Yeah.
Now, we may not associate Kawhi being dominant, but I believe he could be if that was his, if he wanted to, like if he wanted his game to be honest, I believe it could be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta cut the Greek, man. I gotta cut the Greek.
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one.
Here we go.
Oh man.
All right, bench cut.
Come
man.
on, we ain't seen it.
We got
yeah.
Who is that? Who is you?
Kareem.
Oh God, yeah. Come on.
Yeah. This is even tougher. Man, I'm gonna let y'all go first in this one.
I'm gonna tell you what. You know what? I'm glad that this isn't Orlando Shaq.
Right.
I think Orlando Shaq would have made this a little more challenging.
Yeah, even more challenging. Yeah.
Give me Shaq. Give me Kareem.
Yeah.
Easy. That ain't even.
Yeah, I probably actually start Kareem and bench Shaq. Yeah, I had to cut Will.
So all right. So is it that easy that Kareem is better than Wilt? Is it that easy?
No, I wouldn't
It's
say
not that easy.
I've never
Nah,
even
nah.
seen Wilt Chamberlain play basketball.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the only thing I haven't seen him play.
I respect the 100, but I ain't even.
All right. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna start Shaq because I can't see Shaq coming off the bench and giving me. I feel like Kareem is a little more durable, so I think Kareem has a little less of an ego problem, so I think he can still come off the bench and still give me crazy. So I'm gonna start Shaq, and I'm gonna bench Kareem. Wilk, we ain't even seen you play, bro, so I apologize. But low key, I didn't see Kareem play neither, but we do got footage.
Bro. We got footage.
A little bit.
All right, here we go.
Going to the NFL.
Ooh.
Peyton, Drew Brees, and Tom Brady.
Wow.
Wow. You know what?
Damn.
I'm glad. You know what? I'm gonna go first on this one. I love Peyton Manning. Him and Aaron Rodgers, to me, different solar system. But Peyton on the Broncos.
So that's what we're going with. What team they're currently?
Yeah, what team? What team they currently?
Okay, I got you.
So I'm gonna go with. Damn, yo, Drew Brees is so undersized, man, and he did not come up with no excuse to get it done.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Tom Brady. I'm gonna start Tom, and then I'm gonna bench Drew. I'm gonna cut. I don't want to say I'm gonna cut Peyton, but I'm gonna just not start or bench him.
Damn. Yeah, this might be like the hardest one I've seen. Honestly, I'll start Tom just because I feel like I have to, but then I'm gonna have to bench. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Breeze on the bench too. That's tough. That's extremely tough.
Yeah, I'm about to start Tom as well, and I'm actually going to bench Peyton, man. I'm gonna bench Peyton. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna cut Breeze. I'm not gonna start a bench.
Breeze is just one of my favorite.
Yeah, he is. He's like,
so I gotta go with Breeze.
He's one of my favorites too.
Man, he's like, it's man. When I think of Breeze, I think about AI. Like they had so much going against them, but they still was able to just manifest such great accolades. You know what I mean? Like, those obstacles
made it happen.
Yeah, it just made it happen, bro.